What is the most important thing about a character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Is it his or her speed? Is it his or her power? Is it his or her looks on the character select screen? I wanted to create a tier list based on how characters look in the character select screen. I created 5 tiers. At the bottom is ugly. According to dictionary.com, ugly means very unattractive or unpleasant to look at, offensive to the sense of beauty, displeasing in appearance. When you look at an ugly character, you get offended somehow. It's a negative experience. Above ugly is boring. A boring looking character doesn't offend you, but it doesn't please your sense of beauty either. It is just blah. Next is okay. Okay means that some effort was applied in creating this character, but it didn't go that extra mile to look exceptional. The next tier I came up with is cool or cute. So if the character is cool or cute, it goes into this tier. I didn't want to separate the two categories because I think they please the senses equally, but just in different ways. The top tier is sick. This character or characters look so sick, it makes you exclaim out loud, he or she looks so sick. The ugly tier. Number 74, 73, and 72. At the bottom of the barrel are the 3 Miis.
Mii Brawler, Mii Sword Fighter, Mii Gunner.
I think Nintendo should drop Miis altogether in their next system. Miis are ugly, and no longer marketable because they are not used heavily in any of their recent games. Their heads are too big to look like real people, but at the same time their heads and eyes are too small to look cute. Of course you can change the look of Miis to have bigger heads and whatnot, but I think the simple inclusion of Miis cheapens the overall look and feel of the game, like it's a fan-made game or something. Number 71.
Mario!
Next ugliest is Mario. I think his mustache is ugly, and in general I have not liked how he has looked in 3D Mario games, except in Super Mario 64, where he didn't have a mouth. Number 70.
Ryu!
Ryu is a big disappointment, because he is one of my favorite video game characters of all time. I don't know who drew this version of Ryu, but it was probably someone who drew Kazuya Kazama from the Tekken series. Ryu shouldn't look this angry. His eyebrows are angled way too high. I am disgusted every time I look at him. Number 69.
King K. Rool!
The last character in the ugly tier is King K. Rool. He is definitely ugly, but not in an unexpected shocked sense. That's how he is supposed to look. He's a villain. The next tier is the boring tier. These characters aren't offensive to look at, unlike characters in the ugly tier, but they don't inspire a sense of beauty either. Number 68.
Duck Hunt!
One of the most boring characters to look at is Duck Hunt. He is a very trolly and funny character, but he doesn't look very interesting. He looks too much like a real dog and a real duck. Number 67.
Pac-Man!
Pac-Man is also very boring. All they gave him were different colored sleeves on his arms and legs. Maybe during development they tried giving his body different colors, but maybe didn't look good. Number 66.
Sonic!
When Sonic the Hedgehog first came out on the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, he looked very different and cool from other video game characters out there. But right now, Sonic is kind of boring in the Smash Bros. Series. I don't like how, for his different colors, they just gave him a bracelet and moderately different hair colors. It looks tacky. Take the bracelet off. I wish they gave him a green color, because Sonic the Hedgehog was something Sega was thinking about during the development of Sonic 2. He should also have a silver color for Silver the Hedgehog. Number 65.
Young Link!
Young Link is the most boring Link in Smash Ultimate. He just changes the color of his tunic, except for the last one being Dark Young Link. It's just like an HD version of his melee self. Number 64.
Dr. Mario!
Dr. Mario is boring. Just a bunch of different colors. The only one that looks decent is his default one, because doctors in real life don't have these colorful outfits. It just doesn't look right. All his different suits look like stuff Craig Sager would wear. Number 63.
Kirby!
Kirby is kind of cute, but he is also very boring to look at. He is basically a bunch of balls connected together. His alternate colors aren't too imaginative either, just a bunch of different colors. Number 62.
Luigi!
I think Luigi is an interesting character in that he is very scared of everything and shy, but he is not much to look at in this game. Just realistic looking clothes like his overalls. His alternate colors aren't too great either, although his purple outfit is the closest thing to a playable Waluigi. Number 61.
Diddy Kong!
Diddy Kong is kind of boring. He is just a monkey with a shirt and a cap. He looks too much like a real monkey to be interesting, if you know what I mean. An interesting character would take a character's animal roots and transform that into something better. Number 60.
Ice Climbers!
I think the Ice Climbers are boring. Their faces are kind of cute, but they are always smiling, so they don't have much variety in personality. And the rest of their bodies are boring as well, because they are covered in thick parkas. Number 59.
King DDD!
King DDD is boring as well, aesthetically. As a playable character, I think he is very interesting and funny. But I don't know what is going on with DDD's outfit. It kind of looks like old Japanese clothes, so maybe that's why I can't relate. He doesn't look like a king to me. Number 58.
Robin!
I've never liked how Robin played as a fighter, nor how he or she looked. I didn't like how the Levin sword ran out of juice, and how she or he looked more like a scholar that reads books at a library than a fighter. I never liked how the Levin sword looked all crooked. I know it's supposed to look like a bolt of lightning, but it's ugly. Robin almost dips into the ugly tier. Number 57.
Olimar!
Captain Olimar is kind of boring. Just another run-of-the-mill tiny humanoid in a space suit. I think it comes down to his expressionless face. His Pikmin are also emotionless. Number 56.
Lucario!
When Lucario replaced Mewtwo in Brawl, I was very disappointed. He has a mask over his eyes, like a thief or a ninja. But he doesn't really play like either one, so his whole look didn't make sense to me. He is almost cool and not cute. Number 55.
Wolf!
Like Diddy Kong, I think Wolf O'Donnell's fur looks too realistic to be very interesting on a video game character. I don't like how they gave him a deeper voice and made him more mysterious. I liked him in Star Fox 64, where he was very cocky to a comical extent, had an English accent, and put his foot in his mouth again and again. Number 54.
Shulk!
As far as protagonists of role-playing games from Japan are concerned, I've always thought Shulk wasn't too interesting. His hair wasn't spiky enough. His sword didn't look cool enough. His outfits didn't look cool enough either. I always liked Cloud more. Number 53.
Zelda!
Zelda is a big disappointment. She used to be cool in Brawl, but they simplified her design. Now she looks too plain. I like her blue and white color though, and white dress. Number 52.
Link!
Link looked cool in his own game, Breath of the Wild, but he looks weak and boring in Smash Ultimate. His default tunic doesn't look like it offers much protection, and his alternative costumes don't look any better. The OK tier, in video game terms, would be like a 7 out of 10, or a 3 out of 5. These are boring looking characters that have one or two qualities that make them not boring. Whether it's a costume that looks alright, or maybe wow, or maybe only one costume is good and the rest are boring. Number 51.
Yoshi.
Yoshi is almost boring. His Yarn Yoshi color saved him from that tier and brought him to this tier. When Yoshi was new in Super Mario World, he was cool, but I've just gotten too used to him over the years. I also don't like how Yoshi stands upright. I wish he would be more like he was in Smash 64. Number 50.
Mr. Game & Watch.
Mr. Game & Watch is okay. His colors are boring, but what saved him from the boring tier was that he is one of the most unique looking characters in the series. He's got that 2D choppy animation look going for him. Number 49.
Pokemon Trainer.
I like how they give you both male and female Pokemon trainers, but their outfits aren't that interesting. I think part of the non-appeal is the fact that they are generic Pokemon trainers, and not, for example, Ash Ketchum, voiced by Veronica Taylor. Number 48.
Pit.
Pit is okay. He is almost boring, but I like how his different colors don't just change every color of his costume into one color, and instead change multiple things. Number 47.
Dark Pit.
Dark Pit is almost cool. I think his facial expression is more interesting than Pit's, so that's why he ranks higher. And I like how you can almost make him look like Pit with his white color. Number 46.
Ness.
Ness is a very generic looking little boy from America. I don't like how he looks in his striped shirts, but his white cap and shirt is nice. Number 45.
Falco.
Falco Lombardi has a decent default color, but the rest of his colors are just ugly. He has that generic Star Fox team look, in that all the members of Star Fox wear similar items like their jackets, communication devices, and pants. Number 44.
Bowser.
Bowser is okay. As the main antagonist of a franchise that is aimed for all ages including children, they had to cut back on the coolness factor, so he looks a little too goofy to be cool. They couldn't make him look scarier, although that would have made him look cooler. Number 43.
Marth.
Marth looks okay. I don't think he has ever looked cool in a Smash game. He is too lean and androgynous, but his white color looks alright. Number 42.
Chrom.
Chrom was a cool character in Fire Emblem Awakening, but I don't feel that same sense of coolness in this game. He looks emotionless, and his arms aren't big enough to warrant a sleeveless shirt. Number 41.
Lucina.
Lucina is almost cool. I won't spoil her backstory, but it is very interesting, and how she looks like Marth makes her cooler than Marth himself. But her face is kind of dead. If her face had a more interesting emotion on it, she might have made it to the cool tier. Number 40.
Ike.
Ike is okay. I like how he has two versions, one younger and one older. He is interesting as a powerful heavy character to play as, but not cool looking. Number 39.
Corrin.
Corrin looks okay. At least he or she has two gender options. I like how his or her outfit has an almost metallic look to them, like it's plate armor. Corrin looks better when he or she turns into a dragon. Unfortunately, that form is not shown here. Number 38.
Fox.
Fox McCloud, like Falco Lombardi, has a decent default color and is very detailed, but the other colors are just so ugly. Number 37.
Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon is kind of cool, but not cool enough to be in the cool tier. He has always looked more goofy than cool, although that is why we love him so much. Number 36.
Sheik.
Sheik is kind of cool. I like his or her Breath of the Wild color. I think Greninja is the cooler, ninja-like character in Smash Brothers. Number 35.
Snake.
I think Snake as a character is cool, but his outfits are not interesting enough to keep him in the cool category. Maybe if they gave him something else to wear on his forehead other than a bandana. Number 34.
Lucas.
I think Lucas looks more interesting than Ness. I think Lucas's blonde hair works better for him than Ness's black hair and baseball cap. I also think Lucas doesn't look bad in stripes. I think part of Lucas's appeal is his rope snake and Lucas's facial expression. The cool or cute tier combines characters I think look cool or look cute. They tickle different parts of the brain, but I think they are equally positive. Number 33.
Incineroar.
I think Incineroar looks cooler on this character select screen than in the actual game. In the game, he is short like a luchador, but here he looks like a big muscular cat with fire on his belt. Number 32.
Donkey Kong.
DK. Donkey Kong. Made the cool tier because I liked his white Yeti color. Number 31.
Ridley.
Ridley is cool, especially his mecha outfits. Ridley is kind of like what Bowser would look like if Bowser wasn't designed to appeal to children. Number 30.
Pikachu.
I don't like Pikachu's pose here. I prefer his or her pose in Smash 4, but I love her luchador costume here. So Pikachu made the cool tier. Number 29.
Villager.
Villager makes the cute tier, especially because he or she comes in two genders, with intricate and varied costumes and faces. His or her moveset also helps his or her cause, because it is full of funny moves. Number 28.
Mega Man.
I think Mega Man barely makes the cool tier because of his pose, firing his Mega Buster to the side and slightly to the foreground, and the fact that he is Mega Man. I think this is the best 3D model of classic Mega Man that has ever been devised by humankind. It has the correct proportions of his head and height. It looks much better than the one in Mega Man 11, and his walk cycle looks much closer to the NES games. Number 27.
Daisy.
Daisy is slightly cuter than Peach, but not as cool, so Daisy doesn't rank as high. Her white costume is the best. Number 26.
Ken.
Although Ken seems drawn by the same artist that drew Ryu, this angry look fits Ken better. Also, Ken has a cooler pose than Ryu, whereas Ryu is just folding his arms. Number 25.
Bowser Jr.
Bowser Jr. has an unfair advantage because he has 8 different forms, but even without that, I like the juxtaposition of a humanoid on top of a round-shaped Koopa Clown car. Number 24.
Rob.
I think Robotic Operating Buddy is cool. He is the most pure, robot-like character in the game, and I like that. He looks very plastic and mechanical. Short Circuit 2 was one of my favorite movies growing up. They played it all the time on TV, and I like how he kind of looks like Johnny Five. Number 23.
Inkling.
I think Inkling looks cuter on character select screen than in the actual game. I like the variety of clothes they gave her or him. Number 22.
Simon.
I think Simon looks very cool. He looks stronger than Richter. He has the classic Fabio look going for him. I like the detail on his clothes and his powerful facial expression. Number 21.
Richter.
Richter looks cool in his simplicity. He looks more streamlined than Simon. While Simon maybe looks a little too masculine and buff, Richter is just right and younger, and I can relate to him better. Number 20.
Wario!
Wario is cool. It's interesting how he ranks higher than Mario or Luigi on this list. I like how complex and detailed his costumes are. Each outfit changes colors on different aspects of his outfit. Number 19.
Peach!
Peach is both cool and cute. All her colors are good, especially gold, red, along with white and red. By her looks alone, she seems stronger and more powerful than Daisy. Number 18.
Jigglypuff!
Jigglypuff is still a cutie pie. She has much better head accessories than Pikachu. Number 17.
Samus!
They nerfed Samus's aesthetics in this game. She looked cooler in Smash 4 because her different outfits were actually textured differently and not just colored differently. Her white suit still looks pretty cool. Number 16.
Isabelle!
Isabelle's right under Pichu in the cute tier. She is kind of androgynous, as you can't really tell she is a female dog, unless you pay close attention. One of my favorite new characters. Number 15.
Bayonetta!
I understand the hate for the character, but I think Bayonetta is very cute and cool aesthetically. Surprisingly, she looks cuter with shorter Bayonetta 2 hair. She has a very cute smile, while her Bayonetta 1 picture accentuates more of her sultry charm. I really like her Jean outfit. Number 14.
Greninja!
Greninja is the coolest ninja character in the game. That includes him and Sheik, and maybe Lucario. He just looks sleek and fast with the sharp angles on his ear. I like his tongue scarf. If only his neutral ear's hitbox wasn't so small, and his forward ear wasn't so laggy. Number 13.
Little Mac!
Little Mac is very cool, especially his pink hoodie costume. I've always liked him as a character. He is a little underdog boxer that takes on giant heavyweights and wins. I just wish he was better in the actual game. Number 12.
Wii Fit Trainer!
I think Wii Fit Trainer is very cool. She or he is the most realistic looking character in the game, except for the mannequin-like white skin. She or he is very attractive, and the fact that this realistic character is in this fantastical video game makes it the more hilarious. Number 11.
Palutena!
Palutena is very cool. She is very feminine, but cool and badass at the same time. She looks good in all her different costumes. Number 10.
Rosalina and Luma!
Rosalina and Luma may be at the top of the princess category. That includes Peach, Daisy, herself, and maybe Palutena. She only shows one eye, so that makes her mysterious. Her pajama-like dress makes her look a little bit childish, so it dulls out any edge she might have to keep her safe in the eyes of children. Luma brings out the cuteness. She is the full package. Number 9.
Toon Link!
I think Toon Link is the coolest looking Link in the game. He has a cool facial expression, and I like how he is thrusting his sword into the foreground. I like how his head is very big. It makes him look more expressive. Number 8.
Mewtwo!
Mewtwo is my favorite character in the game. I love his white and blue color. It is my favorite color combination in the world. He doesn't quite look sick enough, because he looks a little bit too nice to be sick. Number 7.
Ganondorf!
Ganondorf looks cool. His colors aren't very good, but the look on his face is the best he has ever had in the series. He's like, I'm godlike, and I know it. Number 6.
Roy!
I think Roy looks cool. He is the coolest Fire Emblem character. I like whatever he's wearing on his forehead. It gives his look more depth. I like how he is showing emotion with his face. I like his fifth color. It's like a teal or a turquoise. Number 5.
Zero Suit Samus.
Zero Suit Samus has been cool since Smash 4. She looked too plasticky in Brawl. Surprisingly, I think her tube pieces are less hot than her full body suits. Number 4.
Meta Knight.
I've always thought Meta Knight looked cool, especially his white color. Because he is so short, his cape is more pronounced, and that gives him his majestic look and feel. Number 3.
Pichu.
Pichu is at the top of the cute category. He or she is the cutest character in the game. All of his or her head ornaments are cute. Definitely cuter than Pikachu. Number 2.
Cloud.
Cloud Strife looks very cool, especially his Advent Children outfit. His haircut and outfit look better than his Final Fantasy VII outfit. I like how his oversized clothes ebb and flow with the wind. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The sick tier. Number 1.
Dark Samus.
I didn't count on only having one character in the sick tier, but only one character in the game inspired me to ever say, damn, he or she looks sick. That character is Dark Samus, in particular, her white and red outfit. So sick. Well, that's it for my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Aesthetics tier list. I hope I didn't offend anyone. This was just for fun and my own personal opinions. Who are your favorite looking characters in the game? Let me know in the comments below. And in the meantime, thank you for watching and have a great day.